It is the 14th of December 1882, it's a Thursday. Vijaya Krishna Goswami, a preacher at the Sadharan Brahma Samaj, he has come with 4 devotees from Calcutta along with Balaram Basu, a devotee of the Paramahamsa. And they are sitting in Sri Ramakrishna's room at Dakshineshwar. And along with them is Master Mahashai or Mahendranath Gupta, who calls himself M. He is the author of the Gospel of Ramakrishna or Kathamrita. Now they're sitting on a mat, and there were other devotees too, sitting on the floor. Since it's a Thursday, there are fewer devotees. On Sundays, there's a bigger crowd. Those who want to have a private conversation or seek advice of the Paramahamsa, they usually choose to come on weekdays. So these people have come on a weekday. Vijaya Krishna Goswami is having a problem at the Brahma Samaj. He is from the family of Advaita Acharya, a companion of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. But now he has to meditate on the formless Parabrahman. So naturally there is some conflict within him. But then there's no independence, there's no freedom for him because he's now employed. He's a paid preacher of the Brahma Samaj. Anyway, they are sitting there, and the topic that comes up is about a boy, a school boy called Vishnu, who has committed suicide, who has killed himself with a razor. He's cut his throat and died. Paramahamsa is feeling sorry about him. He said, the boy used to come here, but he used to tell me that he was unhappy with this life. He did not want to carry on and all that. But spiritually, he was advanced. He would go to forests or some lonely place and then meditate and had visions of the God. He had told the Paramahamsa about all that. So maybe it was the end of his sadhanas. He had already finished everything in his previous lives, and a little was left, so he finished it, and then he has died. So if a realized person commits suicide, it is not a sin. But a person who has not realized commits suicide, he has to come back again and live out his life. So maybe he had realized God and he died, so it may not be a sin. And he says you must believe in past lives, that in Sanatana Dharma we believe in rebirth. And then he tells the story of a person who was doing Tantra sadhana in a deep forest. He made all the arrangements and was sitting on a corpse, as they do, sitting on a corpse, and started to meditate on the Divine Mother. And suddenly he started having frightful visions, And out of nowhere, a tiger comes and carries him away. Now another person who had seen the tiger had climbed up a tree, he was hiding there. He found this opportunity to get down and do sadhana himself. He said, let me do it, since he's made all the arrangements and the corpse is also there, I can sit on the corpse and do meditation. So he comes down, and had he hardly started, then he gets a vision of the Divine Mother, and she tells him, I am pleased with your devotion and sadhana and all that. Tell me, what boon do you want? This chap is confused. He said, I never did anything. He says, he asked the mother, Mother, I have a question for you. This man took so much trouble and he was doing sadhana and all that, and the tiger carried him away. You didn't save him. And here I am, who doesn't even take your name, did no japa, no sadhana, nothing. I don't even think about you. I do nothing. And you appeared, and now you want to give me a boon. Why is it? And the mother smiles and says, you did so many things in your past lives which you don't remember. Your life after life, you have done sadhana. A little was left, and which was just completed. So I came and I gave you a boon. So that's how it is. All the spiritual sadhana that you do is carried over to the next life. Sometimes Sri Ramakrishna talks about that. You find a person who is perfectly okay, normal kind of chap. He suddenly becomes so spiritual and is kind of carried away, and everyone is surprised at his behavior, that how this kind of chap could become, this kind of person could become so spiritual all of a sudden. What is wrong with him? What happened to him? Things like that. He said it is like a mistri, a person, worker the person repairing a tap and things like that. So he's working in the garden and he comes across an old pipe, and something happens, he hits that and water comes flowing out of that suddenly. So that's how it is. It is hidden inside, so no one knows what is underneath, and they suddenly see the water flowing out and they're surprised. So that kind of thing has happened. Persons who have done sadhana in the previous lives, it keeps collecting, and then suddenly it has to show somewhere, and then it comes out and everyone is surprised. So that's how sadhana is not wasted. If we do something this life, and it's carried over to the next life, unlike material wealth and things like that. Sadhana is always carried over to the next life, the birth after birth.